We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back doing a best of 3 Aetherdrift draft. Well, I keep, planning to like force green and take like an Earth Rumbler or run over or something, but I'm going to take the board wipe. I just can't learn my lesson. And that's probably why I'm not doing fantastic in this format, but board wipe, as it turns out, is still very powerful, so we'll take it. And it cycles too for when you're already ahead on board. You don't need a board wipe. Cycle it. It's actually very useful that it has cycling on it. A board wipe with cycling is pretty sweet. So we'll take that over Strategist, which is an amazing card. Earth Rumbler, which I haven't played with yet, but it seems like a really good card. 5 mana, 7/6 Vigilance Trample, and you can just exile a card from your graveyard to turn it into that for the turn. Thrill Seeker, which I have gotten to play, great card. It enters and immediately ticks up your speed, which is nice. Thopterus is very playable. A lot of other stuff. All right, so 0 now in white. Strongest card now, Refueler is pretty sweet. Extra, this is a 3 mana 2/3 that you can just activate at least once a turn and make bigger. It's really good. Road Rage is pretty excellent too, though. Red white, I imagine red white. The only issue I see with red white is having a board wipe, I was going to say, but this has cycling, so it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll just take the removal instead of, taking the green card. Refueler is pretty excellent. But Road Rage is very good too. 1 mana, potentially a lot of damage to a target. Fearless Swashbuckler. I haven't played with this yet, but it does look good. There's actually quite a few. Oh, it's a pirate and a vehicle. Well, could be a little more challenging. Adrenaline Jockey is a card I do like. This would have been better with the Refueler, that's for sure. But then I guess I would have had to disregard my board wipe. I could take the Sloth. It's a good card. Everything you saddle it with, and it makes Road Rage better. That's true. Everything you saddle it with essentially untaps anyway. So, yeah. This is cheaper, though. That ability is nice, too. Like, it does do it to both players, though, that whenever a player casts a spell. I can see taking the Jockey here, actually. The Mount just has added bonus with Road Rage, but I'll take the Jockey. Another Thrill Seeker, just Gestal Raider. In white, there's a Quick Welder. Which probably is a little suboptimal for red-white. Could take the Specialist. It does have synergy with the Jockey. Best card in the pack is possibly Thrill Seeker. Gestal Raider is a great card too, though, letting you look at your opponent's hand. Or I could just take a spin out. I don't think I'm going to take the Specialist for that reason. So it's Raider, spin out, Thrill Seeker. I guess of these 3, it's probably spin out if I do end up black. Quick Welder I'm not really interested in. That's more of a blue-white thing, I think. Not that there aren't artifacts in red, but so I can take the Spike Spitter here. There's Gilded Goda, which is a legitimately good card and very good with the Road Rage as well. But Spike Spitter is an excellent card. I really like Spike Spitter a lot. If you get extra cards each turn, that is very game altering. And there's some blue stuff here. This is what I wanted during the last draft. But yeah, we'll take the Spike Spitter. Wow. All right. Well, now we can take Thunderhead Gunner and feel pretty awesome about it. I should have had this during the last draft, huh? What did I take over this? Because I just realized this also works with all the cycling stuff. Because you just discard whatever. So I'll take a Thunderhead Gunner here over a Dynamite Diver and feel pretty good about it. Not 100% sure what our second color is yet. So the red card is probably not needed here. Probably. Canyon Vaulter is kind of a, I feel like mostly a trap card. But I don't think I want to take an Ironclad over it. And there's Ether Jacket, which hasn't played as well as I would like. Could take the Collision Course, just get the white removal in case I can make white work. It is a fine card. Certainly not amazing, but also very playable. Yeah. All right, this Paragon's not bad. It's got exhaust, so it's going to have synergy with Jockey. Its exhaust ability is not bad. I mean, it becomes a 3/4 with double strike for that turn at least. Disciple is also very good. Glider is just good because of Road Rage, but yeah, we'll take the Paragon. Let's just commit to red at least. All right, now I can take the Goda. I guess there is a choice between that and the Specialist. And seeing, wow, pick 9 strategists is kind of remarkable. Because this card is phenomenally strong. Reasonable option to just maybe pivot blue, but since we're getting on-color red cards that are very playable, I kind of want to take them. Like, I think I just want to take Goda here, even though it doesn't have an exhaust ability. It's still good with Road Rage, and that saddle ability is just very good. So I don't particularly like Blockbuster. Playable, but not great. Could just take the Raceway. It's a way to start your engine. We've got the Spike Spitter. We might find some more. And getting a Rummage is not bad. I kind of like Camera Launcher too, but I'll take the Raceway. All right, got the Sloth back. That's a good sign. It's a good playable card. And that might be just what we need to commit to this. So I could take the Launcher. I'm going to take maybe Blossoming Sands in case of a green splash. Does that even make sense? Just in case. I just feel like the chances of Launcher making the deck are pretty low. All right. Sita Varma. Oh, that's kind of cool. We're not going to take it, but it is kind of cool. Another strategist here. Collision Course, Kickoff Celebration. This is a big miss for us for first pick. The only red card I'm not interested in taking. I mean, I guess I could. It's a Rummage effect. I probably have to take a Collision Course and not be thrilled about it. Yeah. Much better cards in here in Strategist and like Sideswipe and Skyray and Flood the Engine, but I'll take the Course. Count of Luck. Well, it's, you know, I haven't played with it, but oh yeah, Perilous Snare. Never mind. This card's really good. At least both the rares are very playable for us. But Perilous Snare is a removal spell that also has a great max speed ability. Very, very good. I'd take the Disciple or the Vaulter if they came back, and be pretty happy with that. Curse Cloth Wrappings, good card. Could take another Gilded Goda, or I could take the Gunner. So we already have 3 5-drops. Could see the argument to take the Goda here, essentially because it makes Road Rage better, and with 2 Collision Courses, I'm going to want to make sure I have enough cheap creatures to make this card stronger. But Gunner, probably in a vacuum, is just better. But I'll take the Goda anyway. That's all right. Ooh, Detention Chariot. Yeah, this is a sweet one. I haven't played with this yet, but I really like it. And it's got cycling. Comes in, exile a creature and artifact until it leaves. That's great. So expensive removal, but it also just randomly cycles. Probably don't need the Raceway. Hopefully don't need another Collision Course, but you never know. All right. Removal's getting there. All right, Velocitar. How many actual... We have 1 vehicle so far. Well... Oh, it works with mounts too, though. Yeah, that's good with Gilded Goda. All right. Decent. Maybe we just take that. Path Cruiser, I don't think we need. Night Market's not bad. I guess Swiftwing Assailant's fine, but we'll take the Velocitar. Yeah, with double Gilded Goda, we could... Double Gilded Goda plus the Sloth, too. That's nice. Fuel the Flames. I mean, yeah, it kills enough of our things where I don't love it. Could take the Disciple here. This card is just kind of deceptively good, I feel like. We don't have enough artifacts to make Synergist good. So, Disciple just kind of lets you get in there. Could take Burner Rocket. It's like a combat trick. We have mounts and vehicles. Maybe the Daring Mechanic is okay here. Yeah, that's probably fine. many creatures do we have? 9. Otherwise, I could take the Ether Jacket, another chance to get it, but I think the upside of mechanic might be there, potentially. Removal right now is looking good. Road Rage, double collision course, it's 3, 4, 5. So we could probably get away with maybe 2 to 3 more removal spells if we can. I'd like to lower the curve slightly though. We need some more cheap stuff. Like I could take the Glider here. Glider is going to be good with the mechanic and the Road Rage. Otherwise, it's a pretty mediocre card, but I think I'm going to take it. You know, you can give it evasion randomly, and I like Rambler a lot too, actually, but we're kind of good on top end. I want to make sure we have enough early game. Gosh, another wheeled strategist. I'm just going to cut the interface ace, but I don't think it makes the deck here. I doubt it does. We just don't have the, I mean, yeah, I can mount stuff with it, but it just doesn't feel right in this deck. All right, I think I take the Disciple over the Vaulter. It's not that Vaulter's bad, and I guess the problem is I need more cheap stuff. I like Disciple more, but if I don't have enough 2-drops, I'm kind of in trouble, I feel like. Roadside Assistance is playable. Raceway, also playable, I guess. I think the chances of Assistance making the deck is low, whereas Raceway doesn't take up a slot in the deck and probably makes the deck because we're not super color intensive. I guess we have a few double whites. I got Murgon to Raceway back. All right. Pass the green card. I think Interface Ace is not making the deck. Last pick, Opters. I mean, blue is open, but all right. Chariot, 2 mana, 3/3 flyer. Enters. Choose an online card name. Activated abilities. Source of the chosen name costs 2 more to activate. All right, not bad. Otherwise, there's Sundial. There's Tyrox. There's Crash and Burn. Some more removal. There's Gilded Goda. I could see. I mean, Chariot's going to have the bonus with Road Rage plus. I don't know what else actually. Velocitar, I guess. But Crash and Burn is actually pretty reasonable removal. I could take that and probably wheel Surveyor, or Dawn Tyrant, or Tyrox, or Gilded Goda. Yeah, I think because our creature count's starting to get there, we only need a few more. Maybe I just want to make sure we get enough removal here. I kind of like this Crash and Burn. I think it's decent removal at instant speed, especially. Could take the Sarcophagus, get another cheap beater that turns on Start Your Engine. Kind of looks like we are being a beatdown deck. And once again, I still want to make sure we have enough cheap stuff to make Collision Course and Road Rage and all that good. So Country Road's not bad. Could take another Disciple here. Could take another Sarcophagus. Probably just take the land. Just kind of makes sense to me. Galleon Strike could play it. There's Rocky Roads. There's another Gilded Goda. There's Light Shield Parry. A lot of decent options here. Could just take another removal at Cycles, I think. I wonder if Light Shield Parry makes more sense, seeing as it's like a cheap combat trick and they both cycle. And this is uncommon, though. I don't know. This deals with some pretty pesky problems. I think we're going to wheel some stuff we want to, thankfully. So I could take another Velocitar here. I think I do. Because mount, we have 4 mounts and just 1 vehicle, but that's still pretty good. The upside of that, you know what? I haven't really gotten a chance to play with it. I think we give it a try. All right. I mean, Coordinator, kind of been waiting for a pick like this the whole game here, because this is like exactly what our deck wants, so we'll take it. So the good news is we have obviously enough playables. Not sure what the bad news is yet. Take another Collision Course. Doubt we need 3, but keep the option there. Creature count is there. Another Daring Mechanic is not likely to make the deck, but we'll take it since we have the tools for it, I guess. Probably. I think we're going to wheel some mounts too. Probably. If I'm lucky. Not going to splash green. Yeah, get Sundial back. Certainly good enough for us. 2 mana, 3/3 in an aggro deck is good enough. Do we want to play all of these lands? I mean, yeah, we could. I wonder if it hurts the mana base too much. We are just 2-color though. It's nice to have 3 Start Your Engines lands, but what are our Start Your Engines payoffs? We actually don't even have that many. We have basically a Spike Spitter, and that might be it. So that is a little less motivating. I mean, besides the lands themselves, that's true. Yeah, I don't know if we need the Raceway. Just the ramp is kind of unnecessary for us, I feel like. Artillerist, probably don't need that. Assailant at least flies. They're both pretty mediocre and doubtful either one makes the deck, but I'll just take the flyer. All right, I got the Disciple back, which I like. 2 of those. Getting the Parry back is actually kind of nice. I think there's a decent chance it makes the deck. I guess I'll take a Jacket now. Probably try and keep our flyers. So, let's figure this out, shall we? So I was told I need to click the triangle and then do TCR, and then it'll separate it. There we go. So here's our non-creatures. Here's our creatures. We have 7 cuts to make. I think we're off the Raceway, probably. What's our white to way more, well, significantly more white than red. So that's 14, 15. Oh, man, I thought I'd get rid of you. Go like this to get rid of it. Oh, so I can only look at it in this view? Interesting. Okay. There's probably a way to get rid of it. I just click it and then, no, yeah, just. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so we're separated. All right, we have 2. Yeah, we're not going to need all these collision courses. Would prefer to not cut any of my 1 and 2 drops. And we have 20 creatures, so we have a lot of creatures to cut. You know, I was kind of feeling like we probably don't need the Adrenaline Junkie or the Paragon. Not that they're bad. They're fine cards in general, but just for like synergy just speaking from like a synergy standpoint, I feel like we can probably cut them. Like that first ability is pretty good, but I think we probably cut these. I kind of want to keep all my mounts with double Velocitar and the Coordinator too. So I want to keep all my vehicles. I only ended up with 1 vehicle. I'm surprised we didn't wheel a glider or those Godas. But that's okay. We have the Sloth too. So I don't want to cut either of our 5 drops. I guess I could cut Assailant. It's kind of mediocre. Could probably cut Aether Jacket. Usually is mediocre. I feel like Sarcophagus is also usually mediocre, but I'm going to have to cut some actual. We can cut 1 more creature probably, and it feels like it's probably Sarcophagus. I mean, it could be Mechanic, but I kind of like Mechanic in here. If I'm getting flooded, I feel like it does stuff for me, but maybe we go down to 1 and just kind of diversify and make sure we have enough early beats. Because multiple Daring Mechanics, probably not necessary. It's not like a card you need to see early necessarily either. So we could probably cut at least 1 Collision Course and maybe 2. Yeah, probably 2. And that leaves us with 15 creatures. We have Parry, Rage, Course, Strike, Snare, Burn, Board Wipe, Detention Chariot. Removal looks good. Color-wise, we look okay. I could see probably cutting the Raceway too. No, the Amonkhet Raceway. The Giving Haste. Although not bad for aggro, and it starts your engines on turn 1. I just don't want to be color screwed either. But, you know, it's nice to have utility lands, and I feel as though we are kind of likely to get flooded because our curve is not insanely high. This might be what we got. We might have to run it like this. So it's 8 white, 7 red. We don't have double red. That's nice. But we want red early, that's for sure. Well, I think this is it. Once again, I feel like I always feel in this format after I don't draft green, which is this deck is probably going to be underwhelming, but I did it again, so let's try it again and see how we do. At least I have board wipe. Board wipe is a big swing. It's much better in best of one though, because then in best of three, and you play it in game one, they know you have it, so they can play around it. But much less often played around in best of one. Regardless, I think this is where we're at. I could run something instead of the sarcophagus, but I'm okay with this. I think this is acceptable. So, all right, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round one. Well, I don't think we should keep the one lander, especially since we have like all of our expensive stuff here. This one's a keep, however, and I think we'll ditch probably argument for the chariot, but chariot can be cycled. I think we'll cut the disciple. At least if I get Gilded Goda going early, I might be able to get that chariot out there early. We'll see. That's a good one. And this has good exhaustibility. Yeah, Winter Curse Rider is pretty good. Sure. Ooh. Okay. Well, Galleon Strike's not looking remarkably good here. I guess we can do Sundial and offer a trade at least. I do have Perilous Snare as well. All right, we're gonna snare that, I'm guessing. Actually, we have strike for that, huh? Okay. All right, well, let's hope they don't have another removal spell here, because I want to make best use of mana. Because now potentially if I draw a land, I can go snare plus strike. All right. All right, so now we can at least do Goda plus, and they have max speed now, which is at least irrelevant. Yeah, I think the play is probably Goda and then leave up Galleon Strike. I'm gonna have to pay 2 life though. Man, that's not fun. I mean, I can attack. We probably don't. I think we gotta unfortunately chill here. I don't want to, but kind of feels like we should. Jeez, removal too, huh? All right. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna have to trade with the Javelin here. We're actually kind of okay here though. Have to pay the 2 life, which is not good. All right, Canyon Vaulter at least can trade. Best use of mana would be Snare, but I'm gonna do the Vaulter. Offer the trade instead in case they got something big I need to get rid of. Jeez. I don't even have the mana for that. Dang. All right. So we just die if they can crew the Mobile. If they play, oh, it's crew 2 at least, I guess. That's good. I don't have a play. I guess that's nice. I mean, I could spectacular pile up to blow up their Mobile. I may have had to, but yeah, that's probably true. It's not the best 1-for-1. At least they didn't find it there. I guess that's good. Because they had to. Wow. They're digging hard for that creature. Okay. So they'll be able to bring something back. So if I'd blown up the Mobile, I wouldn't be dead yet. We got worked as per usual in this format. Wasn't even by a green deck, just worked. That's funny. All right. Let's go to game 2 here. What's Collision Course deal with? Pact Altair, Cruiser, Mobile, Wreck Remover. Yeah, I don't really want to bring it in though, to be honest. Anything else? No, I think we're on the play. I mean, we had to mulligan. I'm trying to find every excuse I possibly can to why I got completely throttled there. All right, we'll play first. No, I'm gonna have to do better than that. Not a very good hand, but I guess we'll keep it and probably ditch Velocitar, I guess. Oh, at least an artifact. That's true. So I can get in with my sarcophagus. Well, I don't. Yeah, it's probably fine. Builds towards this Spike Spitter. Now I'm just going to do the mechanic. Better use of mana. Makes Collision Course a little better. All right. Okay, we'll do Spike Spitter. And pass. At least Collision Course still does stuff. Catalyzer, sure. All right. Let's see here. Well, I don't really want to do this, but get in there. Hmm. That's good, actually, really good. Sure. Oh, road rage, nice. Hmm. So I think we're gonna just get in with these two. See if they block. If they don't, it's okay too. If they do, it's actually kind of nice. So then I can get rid of this. And at least I have Spike Spitter online. All right. All right, we're gonna trade with the Catalyzer. Hmm. Alrighty. See you for the next round. All right, round two. Play first. Yeah, I'll keep it. Hmm. All right, we'll trade a Light Shield Parry for a Wicker Folk. Bummer. Well, Sarcophagus has really never looked worse. Guess we'll leave the mechanic first. I think it makes a little more sense with Disciple. Hmm. Sure. I think they get to just draw a boatload of cards too, right? Yeah, that's extremely strong. All right, we'll do the disciple and bash with the mechanic. Oh, I like that. We'll play a tyrant here. Hmm. Well, I guess what's nice is I can bash with both, and they might block the walker and put the counter on it, and then in response I can do the crash and burn. And this actually works out decently well because they won't get the counter. They do get to draw 2 cards. I mean, they're still doing insanely well. But I guess I kill their thing. They use their mana. Here's where they drop their 6 drops or whatever. So the crew on this is 3, which they don't have. I guess that's nice. So they can do this whenever. Yeah, they can just, they got 2 they can do too. So basically, yeah, they would trade a card in their graveyard for, it's probably still worth it. I think I attack with all 3. They activate, they probably kill our mechanic. And then I at least turn this on, I guess. My sarcophagus turns into a 3/3. Oh no, they could block both. So basically, I give up my mechanic for their 7/6. I kind of feel like I have to. The problem is if I don't, I think we're actually in bigger trouble because they have 4 cards in hand and that compactor. This at least forces them to like get a creature out of their graveyard. So it's like 1 less attack they can do, I suppose. Our sarcophagus at least turned into a 3/3. At least I have the raceway now too, but and I suppose I can give haste to something. So if I have like a vehicle, I can crew it, give it flying, and I only have 1 vehicle though. I guess I have mounts though too, so. That's kind of surprising. I mean, I guess they can block too. Yeah, Earth Rumbler is insanely good. Maybe I need to bring in more collision courses. Yeah, maybe I needed to double block there. I'm not sure. I just don't feel like I win a lot of that. Not a great chance I win a lot of those. Guess what am I doing? I feel like I'm doing not so much. Well, glider. Okay. Unfortunately, it still can't get past the wicker folk. And they have scrap compactor. Oh gosh. So I could give it haste plus, you know, saddle it and get in with a 2/3 vigilance. That's not good enough. Guess we double block the Earth Rumbler and just get removed to oblivion here. We'll block with. I think we want to keep our 3/3s because otherwise their pothole moles are a big problem. Things got trampled too. We're just gonna get devastated here. Oh, I forgot they have compactor. Yeah. Yeah, we're just getting absolutely hammered here. Just by scrap compactors alone. Still can get into the glider. It does nothing. All right, we're swapping out Sarcophagus, and I guess I'll bring in more collision courses for Earth Rumbler or whatever. Can you an artifact too? Wow, that's amazing. Earth Rumbler is such a strong card. That's incredible. That's really incredible. You can just exile a Scrap Compactor and turn it into a 5-mana 7/6. I could have first picked that, but no, I went for a board wipe instead and just got absolutely hammered. All right, we're super dead. We'll go to game 2. This is just sad. This is just sad now. My deck is putting up the most pathetic fight I've ever seen. Let's bring in more collision courses, I guess. It's not very good against Walker. Not particularly good. I guess it's okay. I mean, Galleon Strike would have dealt with it too. That's true. What do I even want to cut for that? Am I cutting Light Shield Parry? Well, Sarcophagus, I think, has to go. That's just no good. Could do the Ether Jacket, and then at least I have a flyer. Because they don't have... Oh, but it's so terrible against Wicker Folk. I guess Assailant's okay against their stuff. Could do that. And then I probably do want another collision course, though. But maybe a parry for it. Okay, we'll try that. I guess, yeah. No red mana, but at least I can play a Sundial Tyrant. Possibly into a Disciple and have a potential decent turn progression here, if I'm lucky. I mean, we're a red mana away from this hand being pretty good. Hey, nice. Nice. And they have a creature in there. And our creature. So this only costs... it costs like 3. That's crazy. That's not what I was expecting. Land would be good. Well, I'll take that. That works. So we want the land. I don't know if we need... Do we need 2? I guess we need 2 lands. All right. We'll keep them both. Gets us closer to that Detention Chariot. Okay, I'll do the Assailant. No reach, right? Good. Okay. Nice. 3 mana 7/7. Awesome. All right, I guess we could board wipe here. Wonder if I take 12 first. I have 2 cards left. I probably don't want to take 12. But yeah, you know what? They don't play anything else, I don't think. I really don't think they do, so I think we're going to blow up the board here. Pretty unexciting. Not so good for us, but... Well, got Detention Chariot online. Just needing a target here. All right. So at least if it dies, right? Okay. So I can exile it. That's good. Oh, that's nice. We might have lethal here. And then even if they get it back, it's a 0/0. That's good. So I can get in for 8 next turn. That's pretty sweet. I got 1 card left. Oh. Lethal. No, wait. 1 short. That's okay. Yeah, I can do this. Max speed. Well, we can give haste to a creature too. That's relevant. And I have Galleon Strike up too. Even better. Vanguardian. All right. So I can kill the Pothole Mole with Galleon Strike. Wonder if that's a play because they're at 1 life. It might actually be. Because otherwise are they a creature away from lethal? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Galleon Strike. Let's see what they play. Remember, I have Country Roads, so I can make the pilot. Let's see what they draw here. Hey, we beat the way better deck. Sweet. You know, getting victories with trash is almost more exciting than getting victories with good decks. So there's that. I've got that to look forward to. Yeah, their deck is so sweet. So vastly superior to mine. All right, let's run it back here. Don't love it, but we got both colors, so gonna keep it. No, we don't need to do that yet. All right. Their deck is so sweet. I absolutely love their deck. Synergistic. It's in green. They have an insanely strong build. Yeah, they really are doing it right here. So probably they have two market backwalkers. That's something. Yeah, at least just a 3/3. That's good. All right. So I'm gonna attack for 3 here, and then play the Spike Spitter. We'd probably do that. Oh. Oh yeah, it worked out. I thought I missed out on my starter engine, but I didn't, so it's okay. So if I get a land, particularly a white one, attacking with both. I mean, I think because I have the Disciple, I'm just gonna take it. I don't want to randomly get biffed by some weird trick or something. Oh, well, I love that too. That's great. 1 land up too. Wow. And I have Crash and Burn as well. That's nice. So 4-drop is the best use of mana. But I think we just do Disciple and get in with both. That way we gain life and have a flyer too. Yeah, I'm alright with that. Not the best use of mana, but getting our speed up and gaining some life, I kind of like that. Sure. Sensible. Okay. Could be worse. Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but could be way worse. So we have 5 mana, which is a kind of awkward mana place to be. But we have Crash and Burn, so we get in. They don't have lethal. I think we play a 4-drop here. That way if I rip a red mana, I'll have Sundial Tyrant plus Crash and Burn. If I rip a white mana, I'll have Detention Chariot. I think it's probably worth it. So if they have the +3 or +4, I guess it's not lethal if they do have that, so that's okay. No, they will, because they can do +1/+1 plus the +3/+3. Or +4/+4. Just got absolutely hosed. All right, see you for round 3. All right, round 3. Are we going to be able to get 1 win with this disgracefully poor deck? This hand is at least pretty good. Gilded Goda into Goda with Rage is nice. Gonna get some treasure, build towards this Detention Chariot. But, man, I have just gotten the ever-loving crud kicked out of me in 2 matches. Just absolutely destroyed. Too bad I couldn't play this Coordinator first. That would have been nice. I think we just offer the trade. I'm missing out on so much value here, but it's okay. So the reason I'm doing it like this is that I get the treasure. They're pretty clearly going to, I assume they're going to trade. I'd be surprised if they didn't. But then I can play the Coordinator and mount for next turn, which is nice. And still have the Road Rage be at 3, which is pretty good. I mean, we want to keep the Glider, but I don't have white mana. So I guess we have to ditch both. It's unfortunate because Coordinator, I mean, maybe I was supposed to keep it anyway and just cast it off the treasure and get the 1/1 pilot. Yeah, I could see that. Decent argument there. I think we'll just Rage and get in for 5 here. Although, I suppose we want to saddle, don't we? Yeah, we do. Missing out on damage, but being able to get Detention Chariot now is a pretty big deal with how good it is with Coordinator as well. Mm. All right, well, I'll just deal with this thing. I mean, I could just do the, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do the Chariot. Let's see if it's, there's bigger things it can deal with, admittedly. But, all right, I don't want to deal with it. I'm fine with that. But I would have been able to tap and use my Coordinator, make the pilot, and mount the Goda and get in and get the treasure. And then next turn, actually, yeah, this thing had Summoning Sickness and still had Crash and Burn. Okay. Yeah, we'll run it back. Yeah, good hand. Okay, turn progression, nice. Wish this was saddle 2 instead of saddle 3, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna just do the sarcophagus and then attack. All right, that's good news for us. Okay, I've got the answer for that, so that's nice. All right, we'll just blow it up and get in for 3. Could road rage it. May need a detention chariot, huh? I mean, another option is to do the Goda and then saddle the glider. Yeah, let's do that. Nice. So we've got max speed. Road rage is 1 mana, 4 damage. Pretty nice. Ooh, another wreck remover. Sure. All right, got the land there, which is nice. So now we can go rage. And I think we'll saddle this and get in. Pass. And then we're at least crash and burn mana. All right. So, oh, the attack there was a horrible idea. That was a attack of frustration, I think. So we'll crash and burn this serpent. They probably concede here anyway, I imagine. All right, now we're at detention chariot mana for their fatty. Yeah. All right, well, deck got 1 victory, and the victory we got was crushing. So got crushed twice, crushed once. It's been, I say it every single draft. This has been one of the more challenging formats I can remember in a very, very long time. Very, very long time. I'm sure everybody's like, why don't you just force green? I guess I can. Maybe I'm supposed to at this point. Just force green. 3 mana, 5/5 trample. Each other vehicle and creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it if its mana value is 4 or less. Otherwise, then what the? What? 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 Yeah, I guess you take that. What in the world kind of card is this? All right, that's an easy pick. Yeah, Grim Bauble and Flood the Engine are good. Sundial's playable. Thrill Roller, 3 mana, 4/2 trample haste. When it enters, becomes an artifact creature until in turn. Wow, that's cool. Crew 2, you can discard a card, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, finality counter on it. That's sweet. I really like that card. I'd probably take that too. All right, well, I continue to not do particularly well in this format, but that's okay. We'll run it back and see you for the next one.